welcome to A Journey with Jenny. In today's video, I'm going to do a shorter overview of the Vipassana meditation. I realized that I created a video that was an overview and it covered the code of discipline. However, it was like a 45-minute video, so if you're interested in that, please click the link below if you want to go more in depth about Vipassana and the 10-day silent meditation retreat. I want to do this video because over the weekend, I did a 2-day vow of silence. I practiced noble silence on my own, and I'm gonna link the other video, which is my 5 tips of ways I'm preparing for my 10-day silent Vipassana meditation course. I need to stop calling it a retreat because it's not really a retreat, it's a course. And so both links will be below. In this video, I am going to cover what Vipassana is, what the courses offer, like information like the locations, and you can find all of this information on their website. It's at dhamma.org, dhamma.org. So Vipassana meditation as taught by S.N. Goenka in the tradition of, I apologize if I'm saying this wrong, Sayagyi Ubakin. So I'm gonna find out how to say it in the future and say it correctly. Anyways, so this is just on their more or less homepage. So Vipassana means to see things as they really are. So I'm going to say that again. Vipassana, V-I-P-A-S-S-A-N-A, Vipassana means to see things as they really are. Is one of India's most ancient techniques of meditation. So Vipassana is a form of meditation. I'm going to be learning about it soon. It was taught in India for more than 2,500 years ago as a universal remedy for universal ills. So they kind of use this as an art of living. So for those who are not familiar with Vipassana meditation, there is an introduction to Vipassana and like related videos and Q&As. They're all available on the website. So I'm probably gonna link that too, so you can feel free to check it out. So basically, this is what I'm gonna be doing in 2 weeks. I am doing one of their courses. So basically, the technique of Vipassana meditation is taught at 10-day residential courses during which participants learn the basics of the method and practice sufficiently to experience its beneficial results. So that's what I'm going to be doing soon. So in less than 2 weeks, I'm going to be for 10 whole days, silent and no like media, no phones, no music, no reading, no journaling, no anything. And basically for 10 days, I'm just going to be learning about and practicing this Vipassana meditation. And there are no charges for the course. It's absolutely free, not even to cover the cost of food or accommodation. All expenses are met by donations from people who, having completed a course and experienced the benefits of Vipassana, wish to give others the opportunity to also benefit. So basically, this is how this Vipassana course is offered. As a first-time student, I am not paying for it. It's offered free, and they have locations all around the world. So courses are given in numerous meditation centers and at non-center course locations at rented sites. So basically, each location has its own schedule of courses. You can apply on the website, and there is like an intensive application process. Like they open these retreats only at given times, and often there's like a wait list for it. I was on several wait lists before I finally got accepted to this one. They have Vipassana centers throughout the world, in India and Asia Pacific, in North America and Latin America, in Europe, in Australia, New Zealand, in the Middle East, and even in Africa. The 10-day non-center courses are frequently held at locations outside of the centers, and they're arranged by local students of Vipassana in those areas. And why I chose to sign up for this 10-day silent meditation retreat is because I'd heard from other people who had done it before and they loved it so much that I know some people who did it for months. I don't know if I'll be getting to that level. It's really funny because as I've shared that I'm going to be doing this with some of the people in my life, some people were like, oh, Jenney, are you going to be able to do that? You talk so much. Are you going to be able to be silent for 10 whole days? Other people were a little bit concerned for me. They were like, why would you want to do that? That sounds miserable. One person even said that sounds like a cult. So it's just funny because personally, I realize I am a little bit of a hippie. I have some interest in I don't think I could ever be a nun. However, I was thinking, oh, how nice would it be to be like going to a monastery and being a practitioner for like a 6-month period and kind of going into that lifestyle and seeing how it would be like. It'd be like transporting back in the eras before technology, before media, before we have been so highly inundated by just by everything. So again, I'm keeping this video pretty brief. I am just sharing about this because this weekend I did 2 days of silence. So in preparation for the 10-day silent Vipassana course, I'm gonna stop calling it a retreat, it's a course. I wanted to see what would it be like for me to not talk for 2 days. And so I created a vow of silence. I even limited music. I wasn't playing music, and I also limited listening to podcasts or even watching any shows. So limiting Netflix, limiting podcasts, limiting music, limiting everything. I did read, I did journal. So these are things not allowed at the Vipassana course. However, girls gotta do something. So in any case, I wanted to share, this is too long to share. So I don't think, who knows? Let me just read this and we'll see. I just found this, The Art of Living, Vipassana Meditation. So the following text is based on a talk that's given by Mr. S.N. Goenka when he was speaking in Switzerland. And it says here, everyone seeks peace and harmony because this is what we lack in our lives, which is so true. Okay, sorry, that was my own commentary. From time to time, we all experience agitation, irritation, disharmony. And when we suffer from these miseries, we don't keep them to ourselves. We often distribute them to others as well. Unhappiness permeates the atmosphere and around someone who is miserable, and those who come in contact with such a person can also become affected. Certainly, this is not a skillful way to live. We ought to live at peace with ourselves and at peace with others. After all, human beings are social beings having to live in society and deal with each other. But how are we to live peacefully? How are we to remain harmonious within and maintain peace and harmony around us so that others can also live peacefully and harmoniously? So in order to be relieved of our misery, we have to know the basic reason for it, the cause of the suffering. If we investigate the problem, it becomes clear that whenever we start generating any negativity or impurity in the mind, we're bound to become unhappy. A negativity in the mind, a mental defilement or impurity cannot coexist with peace and harmony. So how do we start generating negativity? Again, by investigation, it becomes clear. We become unhappy when we find somebody behaving in a way that we don't like, or when we find something happening which we don't like. Unwanted things happen and we create tension within. Wanted things do not happen. Some obstacle comes in the way, and again, we create tension within. We start tying knots within, and throughout life, unwanted things keep on happening. Wanted things may or may not happen, and this process of reaction and tying knots, Gordian knots, makes the entire mental and physical structure so tense, so full of negativity that life becomes miserable. So now, one way to solve this problem is to arrange that nothing unwanted happens in life, that everything keeps happening exactly as we desire. Either we must develop the power, or somebody else who will come to our aid must have the power to see that unwanted things do not happen and that everything we want happens. But this is impossible, right? That's not a reality. So there is no one in the world whose desires is always fulfilled, in whose life everything happens according to his or her wishes without anything unwanted happening. Things constantly occur that are contrary to our desires and wishes. So the question arises, how can we stop reacting blindly when confronted with things that we don't like? How can we stop creating tension and remain peaceful and harmonious? So in India, as well as in other countries, wise, Oh, I have an alarm that's about to go off and I can't do that. Just 1 minute. Okay, so in India, as well as in other countries, wise saintly persons of the past studied this problem, the problem of human suffering, and found a solution. If something unwanted happens and you start to react by generating anger, fear, or any negativity, then as soon as possible, you should divert your attention to something else. For example, get up, get a glass of water or tea, start drinking. Your anger won't multiply. On the other hand, it'll begin to subside. Or start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, or start repeating a word or a phrase or some mantra, perhaps the name of a god or saintly person towards whom you have devotion. The mind is diverted, and to some extent, you'll be free of the negativity, free of the anger. So this solution was helpful. It worked. It still works. Responding like this, the mind feels free from agitation. However, the solution works only at the conscious level. In fact, by diverting the attention, you push the negativity deep into the unconscious, and therefore you continue to generate and multiply the same defilement. Oh my gosh, on the surface, there is a layer of peace and harmony, but in the depths of the mind, there is a sleeping volcano of suppressed negativity, which sooner or later may erupt in a violent explosion. This is a lot longer than I expected. So all I'm gonna say is, this is part of a talk that was given by Essence Goenka. And everything that I read to you, which you can read on their website, it's again called The Art of Living. The beginning of it is it spoke to me so much. This is why I want to do this Vipassana retreat. I'm going to be sharing more about it maybe in the next video when I practice the other 5 tips I said about how I'm going to prepare for this upcoming course. I will read the rest of it. In any case, I hope you enjoyed learning about the Vipassana meditation, this art of living. What do you think about it? Do you want to give it a try? If not, why? And if you've done it, please comment below. Let me know any advice that you have, because I'm really much looking forward to it. After I'm done, I'm going to have a recap, which I will share. In any case, have a great rest of your day. Bye.